Welcome to the Black Script Storytellers. My name is Kevin Marable, and today our guest is an award winning actress, director, and producer whose career spans over 2 decades in both television and film. You know her from iconic roles such as Levita Alizé Jenkins on The Steve Harvey Show, which earned her 3 NAACP Image Awards. She's also been featured in hit shows like Soul Food, All of Us, Meet the Browns, Greenleaf, Johnson, and films like Daddy's Little Girls, Digital Lives Matter, which also marked her directorial debut. Um, as the co-founder of Nina Holiday Entertainment, she's produced numerous TV movies and continues to champion stories centered on Black women. Now she steps into her most ambitious role yet, both in front of and behind the camera as the star and executive producer of Netflix's new series, Miss Governor. We have with us today none other than Terri J. Vaughn. Terri, thank you so much.
Yay! Thank you, Kevin.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Did I get that right? Everything good?
You did. You did. You did. Good job.
Awesome. Awesome. So, Terri, it's a pleasure to have you on. It's a pleasure to finally be able to talk to you. I've been a huge
Yeah.
fan ever since the Steve Harvey Show.
Right.
Been just following your career, and I was happy to see that you actually made it, made a show, a series for yourself,
Yeah.
with Miss Governor. And
Yeah. Long time coming. Been a
yes,
long journey to get here.
yes, absolutely. But before we get into all of that,
Hmm.
I like to start off every interview with a very simple question.
Okay.
But some people find it a little difficult to answer. Are you
Oh my
ready?
God, Kevin. Don't scare me. Okay. What is it?
All right, that question is, who is Terri J. Vaughn?
Oh, wow. That's loaded. Uh, she's, this sounds weird. She's everything and nothing at the same time.
Mhm.
Um, you know, um, everyday girl as a mom and a wife and make sure my kids do the right thing and go to school and clean up the house. I do all that stuff.
Right.
I am a champion for us,
Hmm.
for our culture.
Yes.
1000%. I am, a cheerleader for Black women.
Hmm.
The wind beneath my wings are mostly Black women,
Hmm.
and I live in that vein. I have I believe I have a calling and a duty to, in my craft and in my life to represent us in certain ways, to bring light and joy into the world, which is why I love comedy.
Hmm.
I believe that laughter is healing, and I love to laugh. It's my favorite thing to do. And I love to bring laughter to people's lives. I think that we have so much, so much going on in the world. There's so much going on in people's personal lives, globally, nationally. It's so much, and it can be very exhausting and can be disheartening and sad. So we deserve to have joy.
Absolutely.
There's nothing we can do about all the stuff outside of us. We
Hmm.
don't have any control over what people do, say, about you personally, or how racially or whatever. We have no control over what people do.
Right.
So being able to find a space where we can find our own joy in the midst of dealing with everything,
Hmm.
that's why I feel like it's my calling in life, to give y'all some joy, and myself too.
And you definitely do that. Most definitely. It comes across on screen. It comes across in your personality. I can see it, just in these few minutes that, speaking with you, and in all of your social media, I see it as well. And that's a great quality to have. And it's always good to know a little bit more about the person that you're speaking to, instead of just only knowing about who they are as
Right.
a person, in front of the camera and maybe, within the industry. So thank you for that answer. I appreciate that. Yeah. Yeah. Um, Now let's backtrack just a little bit. We're not going to stay here long, but let's talk a little bit about the early years of your career. What made you want to get into TV and film?
So it's really, and my whole journey of being here, it's a really tough business, of course.
Right. Mhm.
So for me, it wasn't anything I chose.
Okay.
So I was going to school for something totally different. I was going to school for advertising. I thought I was going to be in the advertising world.
Mhm.
I grew up in San Francisco. I had an internship at Grade Advertising out there, which is a huge advertising firm. And one day at school, during college, we had a friend who was recruiting girls for a Miss Black California pageant.
Okay.
So he asked me and some of my friends if we wanted to be a part of this pageant. And I had never done a pageant, never thought about a pageant. I grew up in the hood. Who does pageants? That's like stuff that's on TV. That's not even real.
Right.
So he asked us. I said yes because that was definitely the kind of person. I've always been a daredevil. I've always like run to a challenge. If something scares me, I'm like, I gotta try it.
Right.
So I said yes, not knowing what that meant or what I was going to do. So I did this pageant, and when it came to the talent part, I didn't know what I was going to do. I had to think of something, and so me and my aunt, and my mom, we decided I was going to do a poem, recite a poem from a stage play called "For Color Girls Who
Mm.
Considered Suicide When the Rainbow Is Enough."
Oh, okay. Okay.
So it's a whole play of these short poems or monologues, and
Mhm.
I just chose one. And so I performed that. It was called Sorry. The name of the poem was Sorry.
Mhm.
I performed that poem in the pageant. And at the end of the pageant, when everything was over, one of the judges asked me if I would be interested in auditioning for a stage play that he was casting, that he was producing.
Wow.
And again,
Right.
I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm like, yeah, I'll do it.
Right.
What does that mean? What do I do?
Right.
And I'll figure it out on my way. I'll just figure it out. So I said yes. And he said, okay, great. Show up to the Black Repertory Theater, which was located in Berkeley, California.
Mhm.
And he said to bring a picture and a resume. I was like, cool, I could do that. So, of course, me not knowing anything about theater or acting or none of that, I show up to the theater because this is way back in the day now, Kevin. I'm aging myself with my little Polaroid picture that my college roommate took of me the night before, and a regular working resume. Like I was working at
Right.
the Marriott Hotel, so I had the Marriott, McDonald's, Avis Rent a Car, like a regular resume.
Yeah, regular everyday person. I got you.
So, I go to the theater with my materials, and I walk in, and there's like real actors there. So I'm like, now I'm peeping game. I'm like, oh, okay, it's an
Mhm.
8 by 10 size picture. Oh, it's a black and white glossy. It's an 8 by 10 black and white glossy. I
Right.
got my little Polaroid. And, so there I go in, and they're doing like all the actors are preparing to go in for their audition, and they're humming, moaning, stretching, doing all their theater exercises.
Right.
And I'm like, this shit is weird. Like, these are some weirdos. What is happening?
Right.
So I just sat in the corner by myself and waited for them to call my name. And so I go in. Finally, they call my name.
Mhm.
And I meet the director, I meet the playwright, and they give me material right there to read.
Mhm.
So I take the material, I read the material, and the director, who his name is Paul Roach, he's the one that changed my life.
Wow.
So Paul, he gave me a note. He was like, because he was real. He was a director out of ACT, which is a really high end theater school in San Francisco. So he was like very artsy.
Okay.
Um, And so he gave me a note. He was like, can you read it again? This character, she's really sassy.
Mhm.
She's this, she's that. And I'm like, oh, so you just want me to be myself.
Yeah.
So, okay, I'll do it. So I read it again and I read it really sassy and put some sauce and spice on it.
Right.
And I go home and they call me that night and offer me the part.
Man.
And the beauty of that experience, Kevin, first of all, just being a daredevil and taking a chance and saying yes because, why not?
Mhm.
Um, but Paul Roach, once I got casted in that play and we started rehearsals, he was training us in the craft of acting.
Right.
So I started learning what the craft was, how it works,
Mhm.
and he introduced us to so many books to read, like Stanislavski and Uta Hagen and Chekhov, like all these theater greats. And I got bit by the bug. I fell in love with it.
Wow.
And thank God he toured with us the whole time. We toured for like a year and a half, 2 years around the country, and he toured with us the whole time. So we were getting acting classes through that whole time.
And
I got trained on stage.
it made you comfortable because you dealt with the same person.
Yes, it was so amazing. So that changed my life, and that's how I got into acting.
Wow. Okay. And that's really interesting. And I know you mentioned how you showed up for auditions. Everybody had their resumes and they're practicing and they had their 8x10 glossy. And here you are with your Polaroid. Um, and you were the person that stood out. Well, first and foremost, you stood out to uh, Paul. You said, right? Um,
Uh-huh.
you stood out to Paul initially, and that's what he invited you there.
Oh no, so no, that was actually that was the producer. His name was
Oh,
Mark Wilder. Actually,
Mark
was his
Wilder.
name.
Okay,
Yep,
but even
yep,
still, the fact that you came with the Polaroid, you weren't like the norm. You weren't with
right.
everybody else, so that made you memorable. And not only that, like you said, you poured your sauce on it. You gave your spice and sauce to it. So um, that helped you stand out because you were
Hmm.
more natural than kind of forcing it. Uh,
Yeah, because I didn't know what else to do but to be natural.
and then from there, you said you got bit by the bug. You've been on many shows. You did Steve Harvey show, and so many others. Um, and then I'm on social media one day. I'm always on social media, but I'm on
Hmm.
social media. I'm following everybody, and I see that you make a post talking about you wanting to do your own series, and if God sees it in you, he would make it happen. But that's one of your dreams, is to finally have your own series. And I want to say, a few months after that, I see the announcement for Miss
Yeah.
Governor.
Well, I have to give a disclaimer. I already knew I had the show by the
Okay,
time I made that post.
but but that's
But
okay,
it was still a true statement.
right?
But, I couldn't spill the beans yet, but I was so excited. I wanted to say something.
Yes, absolutely.
Um, yeah, but, it's still a true statement that I've been working, like pitching shows for 20 years
Right.
and getting close sometimes and even getting promised
Mm,
sometimes.
mm.
And it just didn't happen
Well,
until it did.
well, can you talk a little bit about that aspect of it? Because we often see when people are pitching, or a new series or a new movie or a new story is coming down the pike, and then it takes a while, even though the announcement
Yeah.
come out, and sometimes you never hear about it ever again, and sometimes you hear about it months later, and it's done, it's a wrap, or whatever the case may be.
Mhm.
But to your point, the level of difficulty it is to even get a series
Yeah.
greenlit, or a film greenlit, and how much time and process that it takes to get there. Can you
Yeah.
kind of just talk a little bit about what that's like?
Yeah. So, everyone knows that it's a really tough business. It's
Mhm,
really tough. It's hard to get something made.
mhm.
It's a job that you show up to get told no every day,
Right.
and you keep showing up
Mhm.
and you keep getting told no
And you keep showing up.
and you keep showing up. It's
Right.
like we're crazy. It's
Yeah.
like we're crazy people. That's why I love actors, because we are crazy.
Mhm.
It's like we keep going. Um, and what keeps you going is because you believe. It's like you know that that's what you're supposed to be doing.
Right.
That's the only thing that keeps you going, because nothing about it feels good to be told no, to pour your heart into something, to do all the research, all the writing, all the studying, all the thing. Then you put it out and they're like, nah, and then it's over.
Mhm.
And you just spent all that time preparing. Nope. And this is over and over and over again for years
Right.
that you keep showing up to do this. So there has to be something in you that tells you
Mhm.
that your yes is still coming. Your yes is still in you. And that's what I keep leaning into. Even still today, it's still that. It doesn't go away, it doesn't stop just
Right.
because, yes, I have this show on now and I'm so amazingly grateful. But
Mhm.
there's still things to push and still things to share and that I want to do, and it's still the no's.
Mhm.
But I tell people, if you could, for this business, you just have to love it. It has to be a purpose driven for me. It
Mhm.
has to be a purpose. Otherwise, why do I keep showing up to be told, no, you're not the one. No, this is not good enough. No, I don't want you. No, no. Why would I keep showing up for that if I didn't like divinely feel like there is, the yes is still in me. So I got
Mhm.
to keep going till the yes is out to the world. I already know it's in me. I just got to wait for it to be out to the world. And
Right.
so that's what it is. And if you don't, for me, if you don't have that kind of love, it's going to be, because it's already disheartening. I can't imagine if you don't have that that intention, that love, that purpose of why you're showing up to do it.
Mhm.
Because as you spend time in this business, you get into it because you fall in love with the craft or whatever it is.
Mhm.
But then you start to realize how much it matters. Like, it matters beyond me getting a job or me being on TV. It matters way beyond that.
Right.
So there's no way I can stop. It matters too much. My little girl that's 10, my grandma that's 95, all of our aunts and uncles, all of our ancestors. It matters too much. I
Mhm.
can't stop. I
Right.
have to keep going.
Yeah. Absolutely. And so, you get to the point to where you have your sit down with Tyler Perry. I don't know if it was face to face, Zoom call, over the phone, however you did it, but and Tyler Perry finally says yes. What was that feeling like? To finally
Oh,
know that you have a series of your own that you could call your
yeah.
own.
So it definitely took me by surprise, actually.
Okay.
And I'll tell you why. Because, like I said, I've been pitching for years.
Hmm.
And when we shot a proof of concept of what we wanted the show to be before we pitched it, to sent it out to pitch it. We actually filmed a short little something of what we wanted this show to be, so we could, because I had already been talking about it to people and nobody was biting.
Right.
So when the strike happened in 2023 and nobody was working, I
Mhm.
called my creative partner, my co-creator of the show, and I was like, "Look, I know we're on strike and we're not supposed to be writing or acting or anything, but how about we shoot a proof of concept of our idea?
Right.
Just, would you write, 10 pages or something for this idea, and I can put a crew together and we'll shoot the idea. I'll get the cast, blah, blah, blah." So thank God she said yes.
Hmm.
So that started the ball rolling. And then, given the topic of the show, um, I'm not, I'm not political. I mean, we all are political now because we have to, but that's not my Sweet
Right.
spot. That is not my ministry. I will say that is not my ministry.
Right.
Um, so in order to, because I'm thinking like, how can I stack this so it's too hard to say no.
Hmm.
So I thought of my friend Keisha Lance Bottoms,
Hmm.
and I called her and I was like, "Would you meet with me? I want to present something to you." And we were cool. It's not like we were like girlfriends
Right.
hanging out, but I live in Atlanta. She was the mayor, so we were very cordial, and we had a relationship.
Hmm.
And so I took a chance and called her. I was scared to call her, actually. I was scared to call her to ask her for a meeting because I'm like, this Hollywood girl calling the mayor of a,
But
and
it works sometimes, to
yeah,
get that background, the background knowledge.
yeah. So I called her. She said yes to the meeting. I pitched her the show idea, and she loved it.
Hmm.
And she said, yes, I'll join you to help get this produced,
Wow.
this proof of concept. I was like, great. So when she said yes, I was able to find the funding to actually shoot it. So
Mm.
we shot it. It came out great. It came out great. It came out exactly like I wanted it. And so our first meeting was with Tyler
Wow.
People.
Wow.
And so I'm prepping my co-creator, Naya Palmer, it's her name.
Hmm.
I'm prepping Naya, I'm prepping Keisha for our big meetings because now we got pitch meetings set up.
Right.
And I've been doing this. I'm like, okay, y'all, it's gonna go like this. We gotta say this. We gotta be that, you know. And so we get into this first meeting, and it is with Tyler Perry Studios, the execs over there, and we start the meeting, and they start pitching us why they should
Wow.
take our show,
Really?
why they should be the ones to have our show. We never pitched on the meeting.
That's awesome. Yeah.
That had never happened to me in my 30 years of being in this business. That had never happened to me.
Mm.
So we finished that meeting, and they offered us, made an offer right there.
Wow. Wow.
That's what I was like. I was like, wow. I was like, I just want to be clear, sir. You're saying you want the show, like this is an offer on the table. And they were like, yes, we want it. I was like, okay, we have a couple of other meetings. Um, we'll call you back. So, but Kevin, every meeting was that. We never
Really?
pitched. We
Wow.
got offers. Every meeting we had, we got an offer.
Okay. I was gonna ask, did you end up taking the other meetings? But okay.
We did.
And
So
they,
then we had a decision to make.
yeah, they pitched you.
Yeah. It
That is,
was a pretty incredible experience. And I feel like that's a part of this journey that
yes.
is meant for me to share.
Hmm.
Um, because other people can do it. It's like it's betting on yourself. It's taking that chance. Whatever it is that you shoot, if you do decide to do it this way and you do shoot, like it has to look like it can air on TV.
Right.
Even if it's just 3 minutes, however long it is, it has to look crisp and exciting, like it could be on TV as is.
Hmm.
And yeah, I just want to empower people, like, do it, go for it, try it. And it was really scary. It was
Yeah.
super stressful.
I can
A
imagine.
lot of nights crying, praying on my knees, a lot,
Yeah. I can definitely
but
imagine.
just kept pushing.
Hmm. Yeah, it's a testament to being resilient, not giving up on yourself, um,
Yeah.
and like you said earlier, showing up time and time again when there's constant no's, but
Hmm.
eventually you're going to get to your yes. And for some people that yes might be sooner than later, and for others it takes time.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. Mine was 20 years.
yeah, but when it hits,
20 years. Yeah.
then it's golden.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, Now, what sparked your decision to both star and executive produce Miss Governor?
So Well, I like I said, I've been pitching shows for myself because I want to be on TV. I love being on TV.
Right.
I love it because what I learned when I was on the Steve Harvey show is the amount of impact we have in homes and families' lives.
Yes.
And I had never thought about this. Like everything is a learning lesson. Like if you're open and you're really watching and paying attention,
Hmm.
there's always stuff to learn. So when I first booked the Steve Harvey show, it was fun. It was amazing. It was all the things. And people would, they love the character. Most people love the character. Some people hated the character, still do. I still see them on now it's on Netflix. And I still see people saying, I didn't like when they brought Levita on. Why do they need a ghetto girl at a high school? Da, da,
But
da, da,
you,
da, da, da.
but you were memorable because of just the antics and all of that. I think you
Well,
were.
she was amazing. She
Right.
was my neighbor. She's the girl I know across the street.
Right.
So
Right.
y'all just don't like girls like that. That's not on me. That's you.
Right.
You don't have to like girls like that, but they exist, and they want to live, and they want to have a job, and they want to have a family and fall in love. It's like they're still human beings. They still
Right.
want it. You just don't like those people.
Yeah.
That's on you. Um, so what I learned was about how impactful being on television because you're in people's homes
Right.
as opposed to people having to go out to a movie theater, buy a ticket. Like that's very different. That's like feels untouchable. Like you're looking at big stars on a big screen and it
Right.
seems like it's something you will never, get to interact with.
Hmm.
But we that act on television and we're in your house,
It's more
you feel like like we're a part of your family.
right.
And
Yeah.
so that's what the fan base is like. Like when they see you on the street, they just walk up to you and they hug you and they be like, "Hey, girl," and you don't know them, but
Right.
they know you because you're a part of their family.
Yes. They grew up watching you. Yeah. We all
Yes,
grew up watching you. Yeah.
yes. So, and that's what I learned, and that's what I love about being on television. And I wanted to make sure I wanted to get back on,
Hmm.
because I think it's important for us to have representation of ourselves
Absolutely.
on television. It's important for my daughter to see people images that look like her, that talk like her, that
Mhm.
she can aspire to be like or whatever. It matters. It matters. It matters. It matters. And not just for us and our culture and community. It matters globally
Yes.
for us to be seen so they can see like, you know, some images that others may put out of us. That's what they take home, that's what a black woman is like.
Hmm.
No, no. For one thing, we're not monolithic. We're so colorful. We're so different.
Right. Yes.
So it's very important for so many reasons. And
Mhm.
so that's why I always wanted to get back on TV more than I would want to be in a movie. I really wanted to get back on television.
Right. And I just wanna ask, because this is, even though it is television, but it's a streaming platform, and not only just
Right.
any streaming platform, it's the largest streaming
Yeah.
platform with Netflix. And
Mm.
in this day and age where, the where technology is going and all of that, um, it opens you up to even more homes because it's Netflix. So
Yeah.
how did you know going in that this was going to eventually make it to Netflix, or did you find out later?
No, I knew
Okay.
if we went. So, and the funny thing is, before we started the pictures, I already had it all written down.
Right,
I
right.
wanted to be on Netflix.
Intentional. There we go.
I wanted to be on Netflix.
Okay, awesome.
That is written on paper years ago, a couple of years ago. Which is why one of the reasons why the deal with Tyler made so much sense because he already had the deal there with Netflix, and if we went with him, we would be on Netflix.
Mhm, mhm.
So that was a part of that decision making. Um, and this particular character, we're artists, like we're inspired by life. And my girlfriend, London Breed, who became the first Black female mayor of our city, San Francisco,
Oh, wow.
it was crazy bananas, the stuff that she went through
Yeah.
when she got there. And it sparked an idea in me that this character needs to be shown.
Yeah.
This character needs to be shown. And so, we of course took the story and, embellished it because
Right.
London is single, she's not married, she don't have kids.
Hmm.
But, I wanted to add layers to the storytelling,
Hmm.
to show Black women in leadership who have regular lives and families, but they also have these really big career lives, and how they balance that, how they don't balance that, the all the challenges and blocks that come up against, especially Black women when they're in leadership roles, and how they navigate through. And I just thought it's just chunked with so many layers of things to talk about and address that are real,
Right.
but of course, comedy makes it more digestible.
Hmm.
Let's talk about it, but I'm gonna make you laugh. But
Yeah.
it's for real. It's serious. It's for
Yeah.
real.
And you definitely did during the show. I enjoyed the first half of
Hmm.
Miss Governor.
Thank you.
You play Antoinette Dunkerson on the show. Um, and you kind of spoke on it a little bit, but how does Antoinette mirror your own experiences or values as a Black woman navigating in leadership?
Right. So yeah. So like I said, um, that was that was definitely intentional. That
Hmm.
she was this woman in this position. Definitely intentional that she had kids.
Hmm.
Even the choice of her being divorced and co-parenting, I wanted to show a couple that could co-parent.
Right.
Um, so all the little things were very intentional to give her, so she could speak to several women,
Right.
not just women that are
Not
just in
just one.
politics, or not just women that only have kids, or, I wanted to be able to address a lot of the things that we as women have to deal with. And yes, I'm a mother. I'm a mother of three. Antoinette's a mother of two. I've been divorced. I'm remarried now, but I did go through a divorce.
Hmm.
Um, I am in a leadership role in just in what I do, my community, all the things, producing, directing.
Hmm.
It's a lot of pressure, and there is a lot of blocks and challenges and stuff that I have to maneuver through all the time.
Right.
And the storytelling is endless, because I mean, like you said, yay, I got the show on now, and it's incredible and amazing, and I'm full of gratitude. But when I tell you the challenges are darts, it's
Yeah.
like now I'm a target. And
And
I'm
and now
navigating through it.
the work begins too.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Right.
yes.
Wow.
So
Yeah. And then now, as far as casting everybody that you have with the ensemble cast, how did you go about choosing your fellow castmates? I know Joe Marie Payton is on here.
yes,
Uh,
yeah, yeah,
Mo Brooks.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
So many,
so
so many.
Joe Marie Payton
Hmm.
was in my proof of concept. I called her because I thought that she would give it levity when I got ready to shop it.
Right.
And I love her.
Yes.
I've loved her for years. We worked together when I had a little recurring part on Family Matters back in the day.
Mhm.
And she's just been a big part of my life ever since I met her. So I knew I wanted her to play my mother. And well, in my proof of concept, she was my grandmother.
Okay.
So some stuff changed from what
Right.
and I'll explain a little bit of it. So Joe Marie was definitely chosen by me from the start, and Jade Nova, who plays my
Okay.
cousin Shamika on the show.
Hmm.
She was also in the proof of concept.
Hmm.
Um, and when we sold the show, it's like some people you gotta fight for some of the things that you want, and some stuff you gotta let go. And so I really, really pushed hard to be able to keep at least the two of them with me, because we had so much camaraderie and chemistry
Hmm.
in the proof of concept. So of course, Tyler saw that and was and approved, and that was amazing. Um, but Dion Mojo Brooks, um, so he was not in my proof of concept,
Right.
but
Okay.
once we sold it to Tyler,
Oh,
and Tyler added more characters, put his sauce on it,
yeah.
and that's where
That's where he came into
he
play.
came in.
Yes.
And when I say I love that dude,
Yeah.
he's
He's
so
hilarious.
dumb.
Yeah, and
I
the
love
the
him.
outfit choices.
Oh my
The
God.
outfit choices are hilarious to me, man.
Yes, yes. So that was definitely an amazing addition
Mhm.
per Tyler Perry. That was incredible. And watching him and Jade as a couple,
Yes.
they are the new and
Perfect.
improved Seti and Levita.
Yes, perfect.
That's what
They
I tell them.
yeah, the chemistry is there.
Aren't they incredible?
How they bounce off each other, the hilarity of it all.
Yeah,
Yeah, I found myself cracking up multiple times.
they are so
Yeah,
funny.
yeah.
So funny. And
Oh,
then, well, of course, my husband's on the
I was
show.
gonna say that next. How were you able to land your husband on the show as well? Because I know
Oh,
certain conversations, I can imagine how that is a selling point, but at the same time, you have to convince them. So how did you
you're
make
right.
that happen?
So what had happened was, Kevin, of course, Tyler created these characters, and so now we're going through casting.
Hmm.
And because the driver was a character that he added. I had a driver in our proof of concept, but it wasn't a
Like main role.
romantic. It wasn't a
Okay.
romantic. So when Tyler created this character and made it more of a possible romantic,
Right.
and I was reading it, and I was like, Tyler, what do you think about this guy? And I and he was like, oh yeah. He was like, I think he'll be great. He's on Black Hamptons. Da, 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 da. I was like, yeah, I think he would be. He was like, I think he's perfect. And I was like, okay, we could get him. That's my husband. And he was like, oh,
So he didn't even know. He had no
he
clue.
didn't realize. He didn't realize. He forgot. He
Oh
forgot.
man, but that's brilliant though. I mean, to have husband and wife on the show as potential love interest.
Yeah.
You didn't make you and your husband a couple, but you made
Nope.
him a potential love interest, which still makes sense. It adds to the chemistry. You don't there's
Yeah.
doesn't have to be anything extra.
We'll
Um,
see where it goes. We
yeah,
don't know where it's
and
going to
it
go.
worked. Yeah, it worked.
Yeah. So that was really fun.
Right.
And then there's just so many, like the whole cast is hilarious.
Yes.
The Tony Robinette, who plays Henry, is
Oh
supposed to be
yes.
my chief
Yes.
of staff. He's, do we cuss on this?
Yeah. Go ahead, please.
He's fucking hilarious. He's so funny.
He
He
is, man.
cracks me up, and he's such an adorable person, just a great person. I will say that about the whole cast.
Yeah.
God is good. Everyone is great people,
Hmm.
great human beings first, and then they're very talented and funny.
Right. You were also
So
able
Kevin,
to TC Carson.
TC Carson called him up. I was like, hey, TP, Tyler, what do you think about TC Carson in this role? And
Right.
he was like, you think you can get him? And I was like, I think so. Hey, TC.
Right. No, that was dope. That was dope.
Yes. And Denise Boutte.
Hmm.
So we got our little reunion from Meet the Browns, getting to
Right.
work back
Right.
together again. Um, Roger Craighead, who's on one of Tyler's other shows, not
Mm.
who plays the governor,
Oh,
the
yes,
actor that plays the governor.
yes. And
He's hilarious.
he is hilarious. But you picked a good governor and also his assistant or his right hand. Both,
Yes,
both
aren't they
those,
great?
yes. But at the same time, they're great to me because they irk me.
Yes, yes, in the greatest way.
Yes.
In the greatest way. And I always tell the both of them, this only works really great
Hmm.
because they're really great human beings. They're
Right.
really
Right. Yeah.
cool ass people.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that was Tyler, was Roger Craig, because he was on one of Tyler's other shows, and he was like, I got the perfect governor for you. I got the perfect governor. And
Okay.
he was absolutely right.
Yeah.
Perfect. Kevin,
I like.
Kevin and Tony, they both came through the casting. We were just looking at videos.
Mm,
And I was like, I like this guy. I was looking for somebody that was like, that gave me like a Michael J. Fox kind of feel
right.
for his right hand man.
Uh-huh.
And so that's where Kevin
I can see that a
gave that
little
to
bit,
me.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So Kevin
And
gave that to
and
me
not
a
only
little
that, the
bit.
Southern drawl and the Southern
Yes.
accent, yeah.
Oh yeah. Like he doesn't even talk like that.
I
All the character.
yeah,
I'm like, but now you've started it, sir, and now you're going to be stuck with that for as long as the series goes, and I hope it goes like 10 seasons.
right,
Because
yeah.
I remember when I was doing La Vida, and I got up to about my third season, I was like, oh my god, I still got to do this voice.
Yeah, once people love you and you become
You
a
got to stick
staple,
with it.
Yeah, you become a
Yes.
staple. Um,
Yeah.
and it sticks with you definitely, throughout your career, some people like that, some people don't. Some people wish they can
One
get,
thousand percent.
you know,
You're right.
but, I think it's a good thing because it helps cement you in this field,
Yeah.
and
I am
not
grateful
everybody
for it all.
yeah, not everybody gets cemented in the roles that they take on, and sometimes, unfortunately, their legacy gets left behind or forgotten because of it. So it's a good
Right.
thing, even if you may not necessarily want to stay in that character. Sometimes is great because it helps add to your legacy.
Yeah. Thank you for saying that. That makes sense.
Yeah,
I love that. Thank you.
absolutely, absolutely. So part two is coming up.
Yes.
Um,
Yes. I'm
I
so
want to say
excited.
it's mid-August. I don't have
It's August 14th.
August 14th. Yeah.
August 14th. And it'll be 8 more episodes.
Hmm.
And Tina Gordon, the director, Tina Gordon, she comes on board for the rest of the season as the director, and she writes along with Nia Palmer, with me and Keisha, like just throwing ideas at them. So the second half is going to be really really exciting. I cannot
Awesome.
wait
Yeah.
for you guys to see where Antoinette goes, where Tina took Antoinette.
Now for the second half of this, did you guys film everything outright and then just split it up, or were you still filming once you stopped for the first
We
half?
stopped. We did the first half first, and then we stopped down for a couple of months,
Okay,
which gave Tina and Naya time to write
exactly.
the
Yeah,
rest of the scripts,
yeah,
and then we went back and shot the second half.
right. Okay, yeah. But it ended on a cliffhanger.
Oh yeah,
I can imagine what's going to happen next. I have my
could you?
ideas. I know exactly. in
I
my head
can't wait.
in my head, I'm thinking what I think most people would be thinking is that
Okay,
in some way you become the governor. I
okay,
don't want to necessarily give it away for the people who haven't watched it, but that's my guess. I know that
okay.
we get
It's a nice guess.
we get spun around all the time, so I know not to necessarily expect the expected, but expect the
Mhm.
unexpected. And I'm definitely looking forward to watching the second half of the series. I will tell you, my wife enjoyed it, my daughter enjoyed it.
Yay!
So we
Yay!
all watched it together.
So this is a cute little thing that you may not have known. I don't know if you guys remember the episode where the kids were having a field trip walking around the Capitol
Yes,
building,
yes.
and the little girl said that I look like Mary J. Blige. That's our daughter. That's my daughter.
Oh, really? I did not know that. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, wow.
That is Lola. That's my
Look,
daughter, Lola.
it's a whole family affair.
I know. It's so beautiful. It's so
So
beautiful. I'm so thankful.
is she following in your footsteps and Karan's footsteps and getting into acting and all of that?
I don't know what that little girl's gonna do. She competes in ice skating actually, and she plays tennis. But if you ask her, she'll say she's going to be an ice skater, a tennis player, an actor, and a director. If you
Okay.
ask her
Hey,
what she's gonna do,
yeah,
she'll
sky's the
say all
limit.
that.
Sky's the limit. You could do everything, right?
Yep, you can do everything.
Yeah.
She's our little entrepreneur too. She's funny.
So, okay, so August 14th, the second
Yes.
half of the season begins. Is there anything that you're able to share? What can we expect? Or, we just have to wait and see.
Well, I mean, of course, you can expect to laugh
Okay.
because that's what we do. We want to bring some joy into your lives. But, just expect some, let's say, pulled from the headline stories to be incorporated into the season.
Okay. Yeah. I'm looking
Yeah,
forward to
they
it.
did a great, great job.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I can't wait to watch. I know it's going to hit #1 on Netflix.
Oh, thank
Yeah,
you. Thank you so much.
speak it into existence, but I already know it's
Thank
going to happen.
you.
And you'll definitely be around for many seasons. So, um, and you will be able to land more shows after this because once people see you on Netflix, you're already recognizable. People already know who you are, but this is just going to help project your career even further. So I can imagine
Thank you. I
you'll have
received
more,
that.
yeah, you'll have more coming in the future for sure.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Can I plug one thing?
Yeah, absolutely.
So the new season of Reasonable Doubt comes out
Yes,
in September,
I can't wait for that too.
and I got to direct an episode.
Oh, that's right.
It's incredible.
Okay. Okay. Are you able to
The
tell us?
storyline, no, I'm not telling y'all nothing. The storyline is amazing this
Okay.
season, and I don't know how I got so lucky and so blessed. I just thank Ramala.
Yes.
I feel like I got the best episode. It's so good. It's so juicy.
Wow.
It's so juicy. It's so
Yeah.
layered.
I'm gonna try to get Romulo on here too. I want to talk to her. I didn't get a chance
Yeah,
to meet her, but I saw her at a panel for Reasonable Doubt at ABFF
yeah.
last year. But yeah,
She
no,
would definitely come on. She's a giver. She's a lovely, lovely, lovely lady.
nice.
Supporter. She is of the culture 1000%.
She
So,
is. Yeah, I could definitely get that from the panel for
yep.
sure. Yeah. Um. I know there was one other thing that I was going to ask you. Oh,
Mhm.
your production company.
So, Nina Holiday Entertainment is not in existence anymore.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Okay.
so me and my producing partner, her name's Cass Seegers. Over the years, we just hadn't been producing anything because we both have been working separately. She also directs and writes.
Hmm.
And so we just deleted the company.
Hmm.
And so now I have TJV Enterprises.
TJV Enterprises. Okay, so you're moving forward.
And we have stuff that we're producing together still. But
Okay, got it, got it. You just rebranded, new name.
yep,
Yep, got
yep,
it. Okay.
yep,
Just curious, only because I'm sure you saw I've been putting out like different lists, and I put the
yep.
production company. So when I make the next list, I'll make sure to put you guys on there. Um,
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Because people need to know this stuff,
Yeah,
and the more people know, the more people realize that. Okay, I don't necessarily have to go to these people. I can go to these people. I can go to these people. There's other avenues that you can take in this business to
yep.
get your brand
Agreed.
off the ground. So, um,
Agreed. Where are you located, Kevin?
right outside of DC, I'm in Virginia,
Oh,
about
gotcha.
30 minutes outside of DC.
Okay. Well, thank you for all you do. I
Yeah,
really do want to say thank you because I know it takes a lot to stay committed to keep doing this.
it
I
does.
know it's not easy.
It does, but this is a passion of mine. God
Yeah.
put it on my heart to
Yeah.
do this. I was actually, trying my hand at screenwriting, and through that process, I tell the story all the time. But through that process, I realized that it was hard to find screenplays written by us online. And when I would come across them, I would save them. And I realized that there wasn't a website that hosted them specifically for people of color. Hence the
Got
name The
it.
Black Script. So I came
Yep.
up with that first, but through that process, I started to realize and discover that actors needed things, directors needed things, filmmakers needed
Yeah.
things. People who are even further than I am in this business are still kind of lost as to what to do and
Yeah.
contact. And so I was
It's
like,
never ending.
why not
People
share?
think that you get, yeah, it's never ending. It's
Yeah,
never ending. People think that you get this lick and now it's all good.
no,
No.
but a lot of that stems from not there's too much gatekeeping, not
Yeah.
enough of us sharing information. You can't take it with you,
I agree.
so
I totally agree.
why hold on to it? There's enough room for all of us. There's various ways that we all could get into this business and make money
Yep.
and get into entertainment.
Yep.
So we got to change our views and our mentality as to
Agreed.
how we present it. So that way we can also get away from being the being
Yes.
the only or the first person to win such and such
Yes.
award or whatever the
Yeah.
case may be.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, and I've only been doing this for like 2 years, a little bit more than 2 years, 2.5 years.
Wow. Well,
Uh,
congratulations. And again, I just can't thank you enough. Like, thank you.
yeah,
Thank
thank
you.
you.
Thank you. Thank you for staying true to it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Terry, I like to give my guests the final word, whether that be a piece of advice that either you've been given or you like to give, a quote that you like to live by, or any kind of words of encouragement. You could say one of the three, or you could say all three. It's up to you.
I would just say, kind of talking about what you were just saying, like we got to rewire our minds.
Hmm.
We got to reset. I think that we block so much from our own selves
Right. We do.
by the way we think.
Hmm.
And, it's very limiting. And I just think that each person you have to do the work on yourself.
Right.
I can't, no matter what I say to you, you have to find your truth. So I love when you said that this is your passion and this is why you keep going, because I know it's not easy. It's
Mhm.
like that's you listening to yourself,
Right.
and you've rewired, because I'm sure people were like, go do this or go do that and go, and you were like, you listen to yourself.
Yes.
And a lot of times people, we listen to the outside voices
Hmm.
and not our own selves. And that's where the rewiring is inside,
Right.
because everybody's teaching us what they've been taught
Hmm.
over the years. And most of it is not correct
Right.
to get to a very, abundant, fruitful, joyful life.
Mhm.
It's very limited. Um, I mean, it gets really deep, but so I would just say to trust your instincts. Listen, close your eyes and go inside and listen in there,
Mhm.
and not so much of the chatter that's outside of you.
Right.
Um, Trust your instincts and believe. That's God.
It
That's
is.
God. Trust your instincts and believe that it's God.
Hmm. Amen. It is. It really is. And a lot of times we all hear our inner voice loud and clear, but we choose
Yeah.
to ignore it. We choose to not listen. Or
We don't trust it. We second guess it.
Mhm.
Yeah, no.
So when you hear that voice and it's loud and it's in your face, that's when you should pay attention.
And it's scary.
Yeah.
I get it, because it's scary because
Yeah.
nobody else is doing that.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
it might be something totally out the box, but yeah, that's where your goal is
Yes.
that way. And
Absolutely.
a lot of times people don't do it because it's scary.
Absolutely. Well, Terri, thank you so much for joining, sharing insight on your career, your journey, and getting to this point to having your own series with Miss Governor. I wish you much success in the future. I know there's plenty more to come. This is not the end for you, I didn't think that in the beginning at all anyway. But yeah, it's truly a pleasure to have you on. We truly appreciate it. I truly appreciate it. And yeah, this thank you so much.
Thank you, Kevin. I appreciate you so much too.
Absolutely. Well, that's Terri J. Vaughn, everybody.
Thank y'all.
Yes, thank you. Thank you.